On this week's breaking news, we get a Batmobile no one really asked for. LEGO is doing a life-size dream cafe from friends, and Fortnite is getting an upgrade to make your builds faster. All that and more on this week's breaking news. Today's episode is brought to you by Back to Brick, my newest venture into the A-Full merchandise, the ultimate LEGO-inspired clothing line that's not just fashionable, but also celebrates the very foundation of the LEGO system we all know and love. Imagine minimalist designs that seamlessly blend style and nostalgia. Back to Brick brings you high-quality apparel inspired by the iconic LEGO bricks we know and love. Each piece is crafted with precision and attention to detail, making it a must-have for any LEGO enthusiast. These aren't just your average threads. We're talking about minimalist designs that don't scream at you, but just show your nerddom in a classy way. And of course, they're inspired by designs found in the LEGO system. And you know what screams quality? Embroidery. Almost every piece is stitched with love, featuring those iconic LEGO elements. It's like wearing your childhood memories, but making them fashionable. So whether you're a hardcore A-Full or just want to rock some seriously cool gear, check out the Back to Brick Wear page on Etsy. Dive into the collection, embrace the LEGO spirit, and let's make some memories together. Back to Brick where the style meets nostalgia. Head over to the Back to Brick Etsy page and let the fashion adventure begin. Happy building, my friends.
Lego. Breaking news.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Brick. I'm your host Garrett, and this is the podcast where we talk with fellow A-Fulls about their LEGO designs, and we get down to the breaking news to talk about all things LEGO's been up to for the past week. Thank you all for tuning into this week's podcast. I appreciate your support as you listen to this podcast, and make sure to subscribe so you can continue to support, learn new things about LEGO, as the world of LEGO is never slow. It has some lulls here and there, but you know, when I look at research, it's like, I only see 3 things to talk about, but then it turns into 30. So that's why I get the opportunity to talk to you about that all in one location. And make sure to tell your friends and family and all that as well. You can find us on YouTube and any of your favorite podcast listening apps. Now, if you want to support the podcast even more, you become a patron over at Patreon. You can do so on the link in the description. Now, for the admin side of things, I'm struggling to finish a LEGO build. It's, you know, when a LEGO drags on too long in design, then you get bored and you move on to something else. This one, unfortunately, I cannot just move on from. I got to get back into it and actually build. So we're going to get there. It's going to take a minute to do it. But I will figure out how to do it. Other than that, not much. Summer is wrapping up here. Finally, it's still super hot. And then we move into Halloween Horror Nights over at Universal, which is very exciting. A lot of people come, and I'm finally getting to do the full scope of it all, not just like a one-night thing. So I'm excited to join in on that. But that's enough on the admin side. Today we will be talking about, well, of course, the news, but then at the end of the episode, we're going to do our set reviews. We have 2 sets. Our first is a LEGO set, and the other is a Rebrickable set. We're going to talk about set 75461, the upscaled Darth Vader minifigure, and then our mock review is going to be Dexter's Diner Diorama. Say that 10 times fast, by Brick Armada. It's from the Star Wars Skywalker Saga and all the other games, as it's the load screen area. Very excited to finally see something that is unrebrickable. Many people have done it, but I really enjoy this one, and I can't wait to talk about it at the end of the episode, so stick around after the news. All right, everyone, that's it. Let's move into this week's first breaking news story. First up, let's talk about a Batmobile nobody asked for, because LEGO has come out with another large-scale Batmobile, the most expensive one yet. This is set 76139, the 1989 Batmobile from Batman Returns. It's 2,269 pieces and an 18 plus rating at a cost of $230, and will be available on September 1st. Now, the Batman minifigure that comes with it has a new cowl and cape that matches together. It looks pretty nice, but you're only getting one minifigure. And then the Batmobile itself, it looks good. I mean, they did a lot of good angling, some new pieces to it. I think they captured the iconic look of it. Some sections they definitely could have done a little bit more detail, closing off some of the angles. I mean, this is our 4th time doing this one. I did a brick build series of 366 pieces, building it every day throughout the entire year last year. And now this one, it does have an interesting feature where you press a button in the back and it does deploy both sides and makes it into the skinny version, like the bullet style version, because then he fits through a tiny alleyway. Now, I don't know if he's going to ever come back and pick up those sections of it. But I think it's a little bit smaller than some of the previous ones that we've done. It is more of like a icons scale version. In general, it's another Batmobile. If you're a Batman fan and you don't have one, this is an opportunity to get one. It is a little expensive, specifically for, I mean, the set itself is, I mean, you're still looking at about 10 cents per piece. But yeah, in general, for me, it's a pass. But it's still, for Batman fans, another Batmobile they might want to procure. Barnes & Noble is going through their book haul sale, and not only including books, but they've got Legos on sale as well. Wednesday is part of their lineup with Enid and Wednesday's Dorm Room. It's one of their Friends set line, and it's 25% off, so from $50 down to about $38. And they're going to probably add a couple more in there as well. We've got on Lego.com, they already have Wednesday's Things Apartment from $90, which was already ridiculous, down to $54. So that's 40% off. So Wednesday sets are not doing the best. I do like their latest MIDI scale version of the Nevermore Academy. So likely to see more sales over at Barnes & Noble as we continue to wind down into the end of the year for some of the sets that are going to be retiring. So if you haven't gotten the Wednesday sets that you're interested in, you can go over to Barnes & Noble or Lego, as they'll probably keep doing these sales. Now, this story sounds like it's out of the Wild West because $30,000 of Lego was recovered after a cargo train was burglarized. That is crazy. It's over in LA, which it seems that that's constantly where all these robberies happen. That a bunch of Lego was stolen right off the train during its time in storage, or as it was being started for transport. I just very interesting. I wish they would have rode up on a horse and just jumped on and took over the train and got all the Lego, because that would have been a better story. But still, $30,000 of Lego recovered is great. And hopefully those get out to kids and families and adults, because that's what Lego is for, not to be stolen and resold, but to be sold at still a very high price from Lego to people that actually, can afford the sets. Lego Friends is expanding into the real world. In Lincoln Park, Chicago, they're going to be creating a life-size unicorn dream cafe, and it's going to be free. So Lego has set up this new neighborhood, they're pretty much calling it, in Lincoln Park. From August 22nd through the 23rd, there's going to be a walkthrough experience that you can go into the cafe. You can see some of the Legos. Kids will get to build a mini dollhouse, get experience with some of the models already there, and interact with Friends characters, similar to what you'd find at like Legoland. And it's only 2 days, so if you do have time to go, it's probably a good opportunity. It's going to be at 1457 North Halsted Street, Chicago. Families and kids age 5 and up. It's a walk-in opportunity. There might be lines, but why wouldn't you experience it? The make and take event, having a little fun experience outdoors as the summer winds down before kids go back to school, and you get to experience Lego. It's really fun. I love when they do these interactive in-person activities and events. Unfortunately, I'm never in an area that they actually do it, but I'm glad that kids get to experience it in these different areas all around the world. As we start the 2027 rumor mill, Mario's getting its rumored sets. We've got a total of 8 here that are going to be kind of a blend of what we'll see potentially for minifigures, but likely not yet. This is more on the lines of Mario Kart. We've got Mario's Pipe Jump, Mario's Beach Adventure, Luigi and Bowser Jr.'s Battle, the Yoshi and Mario's House, Fire Mario and Bowser Castle at $100. That's one of the bigger ones, but we're not really sure exactly what these are going to be. I mean, they could be the minifigure ones, but likely going to be part of the Mario Kart lineup. That's okay. It is definitely something that's fun for a lot of people. I still don't have one. With the prices so low, it's definitely just going to be some like add-ons to your current ones that you might have, or you can start up with some of the newer ones, like the Luigi and Bowser Jr.'s carts probably will have a figure or two there. There's a new DLC coming to the Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. This is going to be the Mayhem collection. It's going to be available on September 18th, and it adds some fun gameplays to it. We're going to see this probably revealed at Gamescom, which we're going to talk about a couple more things that they're likely going to come out with in Cologne, Germany. It's from the 26th through the 30th, and the booth is going to show off this DLC. They've already done some promotional videos, and that's going to include a lot more of the Joker and some of the other amazing villains and characters to add to a DLC like this. I really enjoy when they add DLCs because then you get to expand. The only problem is they do usually cost money. We're getting some other things such as the Batman Beyond pack, which I wish they would do more Lego of that. We've got the music pack and the Arkham Trilogy pack, which Arkham Knight and Arkham Asylum is such a great series. I wish they would do Lego of that as well, and maybe a different Batmobile. So check this out when it comes into your gameplay in late September. We haven't talked about Lego Fortnite in a while, and it's time to talk about its latest update. This is update 42, which is kind of crazy. They're going to be starting a different type of build process. It's called guided build, and it will be replacing the quick build. This new feature allows players to complete massive creations in a fraction of the time. Creator builds are also finally coming to the Fortnite mod. The Odyssey is building these different ways to quick build. It gives a mechanism for large-scale designs and complex builds to be built in the open world sandbox mode easily. They explain that more pieces you place with quick build, the faster the construction process becomes. Players will eventually be able to place multiple pieces at once, allowing detailed structures that previously took hours to come together much more quickly. You can build faster, massive creations take less time. Traditional building is still available if you'd like it, and improved mobile control has fine-tuned the touch controls, will now display the complete blueprints of your build. So as they add this to the different structure, that means that we're going to get some additional people playing and enjoying it, I think, because this is some things that probably we've got some feedback from users saying like it just takes way too long. We're getting some other updates throughout the fall here. The August 20th is that quick build and some new builds. September, we're getting new builds as well as new toys. And then editing of builds will come this fall with new builds as well. And then winter is a save build, which that is essential for a lot of people who do these amazing builds. And then, well, what if they can't save it? Then you're kind of screwed. So hopefully that will be a major improvement as well. Lego's Disney Princess Magical Mayhem. This is a Disney's Princess in the Friends scale that will be coming out on Disney Plus on August 21st. This is the third Disney Plus special where it shows princesses shelter a group of animals who soon run amok and chaos ensues brick by brick. Jodie Benson, Mandy Moore, and Alia Krovola star in this little picture. They already have a trailer out on YouTube. You can check that out. And this is following the Villains Unite film that came out in 2025. So the expansion of Lego continues into the Disney Plus universe. It would be really cool if they did a Lego version of it. A Lego version of Bluey. We already just talked about a Lego version of this. Because that's become such a big IP, and Lego has done their Bluey sets recently, and with the Bluey movie announcement for next year, maybe we'll get a small little 7-minute episodes just all in Lego of Bluey. But for this one, Disney Princesses, you can check that out on August 21st on Disney Plus. Another thing we're likely to see at Gamescom is Lego Skylines. Similar to what we got when we were kids, or if you're old enough to remember, like SimCity, SimCity 2000, and of course, as they just keep making more and more. But this one is going to be made for Lego. Not sure exactly what they'll be doing with it. Probably just building different, cities that you can do layouts and plans. And honestly, I'm pretty excited. This could be a really fun game as building becomes the centerpiece for this, and so many people build their Lego cities. So why not build one online if you don't have the space or the money to purchase all those modular sets? And Lego has written, "Get ready for creative fun and plenty of bricktastic moments. The Lego group is joining us at Gamescom 2026. See you there." As we talked about, the DLC will be revealed there. This set and maybe, or this Lego game, and maybe some Lego sets. I'm guessing we might see some Fortnite sets or additional sets that align up with these gameplays. The Lego House has done events throughout its time where you can have these dinners and different events with designers, and now they're announcing a movie designer event. It's going to focus primarily on the movies and TV shows that Lego has done. It's going to locate in the Lego House in Billund on September 7th from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m., excuse me. And it'll give the attendees the ability to meet designers, specifically the ones that designed iconic Lego sets for TV shows and movies. Now, it's a little expensive. It's priced at 1,899 Danish crowns per person, which is roughly 220 British pounds, which is roughly 250 to 260 US dollars. So it's not cheap. Tickets include all access to the Lego House and its experience zones, the mini chef dining, and an evening access to the Lego House store and special guest offerings on the night, but not travel or accommodations. And I would recommend going to the Lego Land Hotel because that was fun and it's not that far. You can even walk from there to the Lego House. And in September, it's a beautiful time in Billund. And go spend some time in Copenhagen because that was also an amazing time. And this will really showcase having some time with the designers if you're a huge Lego fan and traveling into that area. Seeing the creations and getting to ask even more specific questions to someone who spent their time and months and months building these is a really fun opportunity. And I would love to go too, but it's not the closest place from America. But you can get those tickets now and go check out this event on September 7th. There's a rumor of a new Smart Play brick. This is the all-in-one activator coming in 2027. And we've already seen this in a lot of different sets, but this one could be some option that would give us the ability to have a Smart Play brick for anything. The Smart Play is essentially going to start with this all-in-one activator where it'll launch in April for approximately 81 pieces. That gives you the opportunity to buy a smaller set with the smart tag and smart brick so you can collect different tags. You'll get the wireless charger and maybe some smart minifigs. It's expected to see additional sets, of course, as they continue to build on it. There's the training house for Pikachu was one that was sold pretty well at $400 for 400 pieces at $70. That's definitely a different price. So it's still expensive, and the part is brand new as they continue to R&D. It's similar to the Digifigure builds from Nintendo. Still on the fence about it, but I think having a smaller set is definitely going to add to the accessibility for a lot of people to build and integrate this into a lot of their own custom builds or existing Lego sets. Lego attended D23 this past week. They did a panel, and then there's also this fun little display that was going through of a full-scale Pirates of the Caribbean ride model. It showed that a fan had built this, and it was from the Disneyland park ride, where it has a small floating boat going through all the different scenes. And it was built by the fan attraction builders team, which included 100,000 pieces, 1,000 LED lights, and an audio track with 90 individual files to play through it. It is a really impressive build. It captures a lot of the magic from the ride itself, and having the mechanics to, run the boat up the lift and run it through the water, keeping the water cycling through. It's very fun to have something like this at a Disney event because it showcases people's love of Lego and the integration of that with Disney. So for all those that attended, I hope you got a chance to see this and enjoy the splendor of the Pirates of the Caribbean and Lego. Lego's created a new fun documentary for the Lego idea set, The X-Files. They interview all the designers that worked on this set, talking about the reading material, all the different things that they got to take into effect on the building process and the details they wanted to capture based on the Lego Ideas submission. Of course, you want to stay as close as you can to that. Well, I say that, but they don't always do that. it's fun to capture these different little icons and things. The graphic design team gets to talk about some of the fun things that they got to integrate into it, and the different mechanisms that they put in to create such a unique display style build while still capturing the look and feel of the X-Files, the ship, the alien, and so many other things. So I love a Lego documentary. Even if it's pretty short, you get to experience what the designers talked through, built, and came to the conclusion of this fun set. There's a chance for you to win a signed Lego Speed Champion set on the Insiders sweepstakes. This is the Champions F1 Academy set. The sweepstake offers 4 copies of the build, which is about a 201 piece set, by the premier driver, Esme Kosterman. So you get this fun little set, and then it's dedicated to, from the driver who actually drives it. Not, of course, the Lego one, just the real life-size version of it. But you can go throw your hat in the ring with some points to maybe get this set, and then have it displayed with your other Lego F1 set. It's kind of boring, his signature, actually. It's just an EB. You could have lightened it up a little. But if you want to win something like this, now's your chance to go do it over on Lego Insiders. And that's all the breaking news we have. Thank you all for tuning into this podcast. I appreciate your support as always, and make sure to come back every week so you get to learn about all the latest Lego news. Make sure to subscribe and stick around right now as we move into our set reviews. Our first set is going to be the upscale Darth Vader minifigure. This is set 75461, called Upscaled Darth Vader minifigure, part of the Star Wars lineup. It's a 10 plus set at 1,028 pieces at a cost of $100. So that's a pretty good price per piece. That's 10 cents per piece, which for a Lego Star Wars set is pretty good. It does have 45 reviews at 4.6 stars. So that means that a lot of people do like it. I appreciate that they've been doing a lot of these upscale minifigures, and that they ventured not just from the classic minifigures that we've had before for the astronaut, the pirate, and what was the other one? The race car driver. This one is dedicated to the old school version of Darth Vader. He even has his lightsaber, his red lightsaber with the classic Lego minifig scale version of it. There's his chest piece that has all the different buttons and activations for his suit, and the helmet, and it has some fun eye pieces that have the halo to it, so it looks like it's reflective. My buddy Michael actually built this set recently and said it was such a blast. All the angles in the helmet, having the cape for it, and just upscaling such a classic, character and now minifigure scale version of it. I only have the pirate, but this one is definitely a consideration at 1,000 pieces for $100. That's not bad, and having it at such a lower age bracket, 10 plus, meaning that it's a good build for everyone. Highly recommend this build and this purchase. You can actually go over to the description to get this and support the podcast through an affiliate link. Now let's move on to our Rubrickable set. This is Dexter's Diner Diorama by Brick Armada. It's 2,795 pieces. Now, you won't be buying the set. You're just buying the instructions. That'll cost you 15 British pounds, which is just about like 17, 18 bucks for this. And if you've never played the Star Wars video games, well, then you've missed out, because they're absolutely awesome, epic, and just fun. And this is one of the load screen sections that you can go through, because then you go through different portals to go to the different episodes that you'll play your gameplay through. And what's nice about this is it has some iconic features, such as the diner seating, the countertop, and behind it with different items that you can purchase. You're going to get your new minifigures, and then the different doorways to get to the portals. It even has his coffee machine in the one corner. And then it does have an outside section, because you can exit his diner and go walk around, because there's other little areas. This is where your mini builds that you collect. And then, of course, you need to just fill it with a bunch of minifigures because you're going to have a bunch of people going into Dexter's Diner. You can get R2D2, Mace Windu, even General Grievous, and whoever that a part of the characters in Star Wars will walk around here. And it's a pretty big set at almost 3,000 pieces. You're going to get a lot of good detail out of it. You should definitely go check out this as well as his other builds because he's got some great ships as well. So this is our Rebrickable mock. I really like it, and I hope you do too. All right, everyone, that's all I have. Thank you so much for coming and listening to this week's breaking news. I appreciate each and every one of you supporting, and I'll leave you, as I always do, get creative, get out there, and go build something.